I'm all right. Except for you guys, parking authority trying to break the law.
We gotta do our job.
You're not doing your job.
So
you're trying to enforce something that is unenforceable because the courts have already ruled that I am not breaking a law.
Okay.
And I can show you the documents for that.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Just listen to him.
So
he has parking authorities. Listen to what he has to say, okay?
Okay, so we're gonna give you two options. You're either gonna move your RV or we're gonna tag into it.
Okay, why am I going to move it?
We've given you enough notice.
For what? You've given me 3 bylaws.
Yeah.
One is 41 M2002 Section 8, which is abandoned vehicle. I'm in it. It's not abandoned. I'm here. So abandoned's gone. 2, registered, insured, and operable vehicle. I've had my registration and insurance checked more times than I can count. Is valid. And I drove it here, so it's operable. Hold on before you say another word. 26 M96 17.1. Courts have ruled I cannot be any more adjacent to my place of residence. Twice. Courts have ruled this. Every ticket you've given me has been found not guilty. So again, why are you asking me to move?
Okay, so I'll let you talk. Now you're gonna let me talk.
I just asked you a question.
Okay, so you're not allowed to be here. We've
Why?
given you enough notice. We've had this conversation multiple times.
And the courts have ruled that I'm not breaking a law.
Okay, but you've had
Why
this
do I have to move?
You've had this conversation with us multiple times, so I'm not going to keep repeating what we've been telling you. So
why do I have to move?
There's 2 options here.
Under what bylaw have I broken that tells me I have to move?
Give me 1 second, okay?
Yeah, all good.
Officer, this is the transcript from my verdict, from my first court case. Please read it.
Yeah, here's my thing. I'm not here for anything criminal right now.
You're here to
We're
invest.
Here to back them up. They have authority in Calgary.
Authority to what? Break the law?
If their bosses assigned this to them, I'm not in charge of parking stuff, right?
But
I'm a police officer, so
you enforce the law.
But we don't get trained in these parking things. They're in charge of this parking in Calgary.
But they're I have a court order here. I have a ruling from the courts.
And that's something you have to fight with the parking authority.
I've been fighting with them. Nobody seems to be doing anything.
Again,
you're here to enforce them breaking the law.
They're not breaking the law.
They are. I have a court ruling. Where's my guilty verdict? They're telling me I'm violating a bylaw that the courts ruled I'm not.
I don't know the whole backup story to this.
Right here.
I've never dealt with you before, okay? That's why I'm not going to be biased here. I'm just here to assist them.
By the way, I am recording this.
And me too. Me too. I'm here to assist them. They have authority over parking in Calgary, okay?
Okay, so let me ask you something. They have the authority to walk up to any vehicle and just tell them that they have to move for no basis.
I don't know all their bylaws. I don't get trained.
I know their bylaws.
What's your name?
My name is Victor Larock.
Victor? Okay, nice to meet you, Victor.
I have already stated the bylaws.
Okay.
I know them better than they do.
Victor, so you have 2 options. You either move the vehicle.
Read this section.
You either move the vehicle or you're getting tagged and towed.
For what? Tell me what I'm violating.
I gave you your 2 options.
Tell me what I'm violating. You are not. You do not have the authority.
Cool.
Hold on. Hey, you come here. I just
tapped
him like this.
A police officer?
No, I'm not.
You just touched him. You watch your mouth right now.
My God.
You just touched his shoulder. That's not allowed.
I just went like this.
Okay, so
don't touch him.
I'm going to ask you again. I'm not going to go back and forth with you.
Fine, I will move it.
Okay.
But I'm telling you right now, I've already contacted the news. Okay. I've already contacted lawyers. Okay. I've already contacted the mayor. I've already contacted MLA. I'm waiting for phone calls back from them. You are tell me right now what I am violating.
Yes or no?
I already said I'm moving it. Okay. Tell me why do I have to move it?
Get in the RV and move it.
Why do I have to move it?
I'm not having this conversation.
See, they won't answer the question.
They have authority here, okay?
I need 2 hours to move. First of all, I only have 1 battery between 2 vehicles. It is operable. I have 1 battery because my other battery froze. Secondly, I have to move everything to make sure nothing breaks and falls inside. So I need 2 hours to move.
I'll see what I can do. Let me talk to my supervisor.
See what you can do. You still haven't told me what bylaw I'm violating. I will go and ask him. So just to clarify, you're refusing to look at any of my evidence and refusing to enforce the actual law.
So, I'm here to back them up. They're the authority here right now.
Regardless of the law.
I'm not here of authority right now. That's them. They're supervisor. I did not make this call, right? I'm here to back them up. You can talk to their supervisor because they make decisions that I'm not sure. I don't know the exact rules of bylaw and parking.
Well, I actually have their supervisor under criminal investigation for criminal harassment under section 264.
And you have the right to do that, sir.
Okay. But you're obviously here in a police car with your badge.
Yeah.
So you're here in authority. And your job is to enforce the law, and you refuse to look at anything other than what they say.
I'm only here to back them up. Their supervisor is the authority here, okay?
Even though they're breaking the law.
I've been really polite to you, sir. I'm just here to help them out.
So you won't look at any other documentation or evidence that I'm not violating anything and that what they're doing is illegal?
It's not illegal because their supervisor works at the City of Calgary, and he's in charge.
So anything he says goes?
What he also has to, how do you say it? He has other people to be accountable to. You know what I mean? It's not just him. So like we have a chief, like we have a down the line, right?
So he doesn't have to follow the law. Whatever he says goes. It's mob rule.
I didn't say that.
But I have the evidence proving that I'm not violating anything. Okay. They're telling me that I have to move because they say so, not because I'm violating anything.
No, so they've dealt with you before. You can talk to the transit guy right there, okay?
I've already tried talking to them and they refused to even answer a question. You were there when I said, what am I violating? I'm not answering that. Because they know I'm not violating anything. And you were there listening to that. Okay. I also pointed out in front of you all three of the bylaws that they are trying to enforce, where I'm not guilty of any one of them, and you're still saying you're there to support them, even though they're violating the bylaws.
I'm just here, I'm backing them up on this call. I don't have any of the background information. I don't know the investigation on this. I'm not sure how many notices you've gotten. I don't know any of that stuff.
Well, notices doesn't matter if I'm not violating a law, correct?
Sir, I'm not.
I can make notices too.
I'm not here to argue right now.
I'm not arguing. I'm pointing out facts.
You just have to move, and they're actually towing for free. You're actually helping you out.
Really? Helping me out would be actually obeying the law and leaving me alone to survive.
What's the rule in Calgary? Is it like a 1 month, or is it 2 weeks you can be in one spot?
No. In Calgary, anywhere I go, the moment I put it in park, according to their definition of it, I'm violating a bylaw.
And they have the authority in Calgary. I'm not. Again,
but again, their authority has to follow the law, and I have the documents from the courts, two different rulings, where they've given me the tickets for 17-1, motorhome not parked or parked on the street, not immediately adjacent to owner-operator's place of residence. Two courts ruled I cannot be any more adjacent, not guilty. So I can show you the not guilty verdict. So they're threatening to tow me when I was found not guilty. Okay. I would love to know how that is legal.
So that's something you can fight with them, okay? That's what their supervisor, you can go at them for that. And if they actually, and the judge can decide. I'm not a judge.
Well, as you notice, I've got global news here, so they won't talk to them because they refuse to answer any questions even to them. So, you know, CityNews will be showing up, CTV News. Like, I've been all over the news since September over all this. They had to put up no parking signs to get me off of Moraine Road.
I think it's time to move to Motorhome. Because the tow truck driver has to wait too, right?
Yep. I'm moving, but I just wanted to actually get it on my camera that you're refusing to actually uphold the law.
I didn't refuse anything.
So you're going to uphold the law and tell them to leave me alone?
Move to Motorhome, please.
I didn't think so. Thank you. I've got it on camera.